Hey everybody, this is Candace. This week we have to go into detail of an experience that we had that may have been difficult. Mine would be social, I believe, and it would be local. Each year, my church, we go to the state fair in Raleigh and, well, our Sunday school. And I have 4 children. I have 3 younger children. Well, this happened about 5 years ago. Every year, it seemed like after this time, it would keep happening for the next 2 years. But the first time that we went, my children were younger. So we took them with us, and my husband and I, we didn't get on rides. We just went for them for the petting zoo and for the smaller rides. We were in the food part of the state fair, and we had our children by the hands, all 3 of them, and for some reason, one of our children had got loose. And by the time we realized, we were looking around and we couldn't find him. It was the most scariest thing I think I have ever come across. Not knowing where your child is and you have all these people around. Now, mind you, I don't like crowds. I don't like being around people like that. My family, a few friends I'm fine with, but larger crowds, I've just had to overcome quite a bit with it over the years. But I just was in a panic and I didn't know what to do. And I'm sitting here fussing at my husband, and we're just running around trying to find him, didn't know where he was. And probably what seemed like forever, but it was probably just a matter of a few minutes. We went around the corner of one of the food stands, and there he stood. And he was in shock because he knew he was lost too. So all I could do was just grab him up and hug him, and just knew that I wasn't letting go of my child ever again. So that was one of the most frighteningest moments of my life. That I wouldn't want ever to happen again. Even though, like I said, for the next 2 years after that, it seemed like a different child did the exact same thing. So with that, I could go to the crisis intervention and state that the next 2 times that it had happened, the exact same place at the state fair, we weren't in so much of a panic. We were worried, of course, because there was a lot of people and it's shoulder to shoulder. But we kept calm, and we realized, okay, they can't be that far. They just left us. And the second time it was my daughter, and she gets sidetracked with the amusement of everything, the lights, the colors, everything. So she just was looking off and just wandered off from us. But at that time, I noticed that I wasn't as intense and hysterical. I was a little bit more calmer. So we just, looked around and we found her with no problem. She wasn't that far from us either. And the 3rd year, I had another child that did the exact same thing. He was a little bit further off from us because he had wandered off with another group thinking that we were with them. And we got with him, got him back as well with no problem. So I think the issue that we had in the beginning of the panic and not knowing, the second and the third time, it wasn't as bad, and I knew what to do because of the first time that it happened. So one thing I can tell somebody is just stay calm, and you will be able to figure it out a lot better if you keep yourself in that calm state of mind. That's what I think that I actually took from that the most. All right, thank you.